I'm going to get officially started and say hello. This is Nancy Herkness, romance author on Facebook Live number 24. Wow. I'm here every Wednesday at 2, except when I have a conflict. Sometimes I move it to 7. Sometimes I just have to cancel it altogether. But I try to be here every Wednesday at 2 because it's fun. You can always, by the way, check my YouTube channel for previous lives on Facebook. I always put them up on YouTube too. And I will put the link to the YouTube channel in the comments below. What is going on here? So I may have a little bit of flat hat head. Sorry about that, because I went out earlier to brunch, very nice brunch with a friend, and I wore this adorable kitty hat that my friend Elena gave me. See the sequins on the ears? Isn't that cute? It's adorable. Can you see how cute it looks? Oh gosh, I hate the backward. Anyway, that's essentially what it looks like. If I put it on, it will make even a bigger mess of my hair. But it's very warm and cozy. It's also very cute, but it does flatten my hair, so forgive the hat head. So how cold is it where you are? Well, Janice, I know how cold it is where you are because you live right near me. But this morning when I got up, it was 16 degrees. Ooh, that's cold. And I think it's only going up to like 27 or something today. Janice, your sister would love the hat? Oh, cool. If you want, I can ask Elena where she got it. I love this hat. It's so cute. So cute. I love the sequins on the ears. Let me know if you want me to ask Elena. So what was I saying about, the weather, and it was incredibly icy. So yesterday it snowed a little bit, and then of course it decided to do a wintry mix on top of the snow. So I actually went out and shoveled the snow in the morning because I figured if it was going to snow, if it was, when it started wintry mixing, that would make it way worse. And I'm glad I shoveled. I also wore my cute little kitty cat hat for shoveling. So what was I saying? Oh, so now it's just turned to ice. But luckily there's not a lot of snow, so it's sort of starting to melt in places. And the roads are pretty clear here. So that's the good news. How cold is it where you are? Anybody there? Janice says, yes, please. Okay, Janice, I will see if I can find out where she got it because I love it too. It's so fun, right? And what other news? So my indoor Christmas tree finally came down on Saturday, which makes the cats very sad because it's their favorite lurking place. So who else took down? Is everybody like completely denuded of Christmas decorations now? Or do some people still have some? Somebody suggested that I keep my tree up and just decorate it for Valentine's Day because that would make the cats happy. And I thought, I could do that, but I'm kind of ready to be done with decorations. So we're back to, oh, the cat just left. You leaving us, Scotty? Too bad. I did bribe him with a treat earlier to try and get him to stay, but I guess it wasn't enough. I have 4 viewers, so please write a comment just saying hi so I know who you are, viewers, all of you, because I like knowing who I'm talking to. There, I just put another comment in to see if we can get the comments going. So tell me how cold it is where you are, or maybe you're local to me in northern New Jersey and it's the same temperature, but it's cold. And we just weren't ready for it because it's been so warm, honestly. So, but I got my boots out. I got my cute kitty cat hat for Christmas. I got my warm gloves out, so I'm good to go. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, no more holiday cheer, so we're just going to have to slog through grim gray old January and February, right? With no pretty lights to cheer us up. Oh well, but we're headed for spring. That's what I keep telling myself. I have to do a little brag moment here because Royal Caleva Gabrielle is a semi-finalist in the Chatelaine Awards, which are sponsored by the Chanticleer International Book Awards. International. I love the international part. It's kind of fun, right? So I have to laugh. I've never entered a book in this particular contest before. So I didn't really know how it worked, and it has so many levels. So first, Royal Caleva Gabrielle made the long list. Then it made the short list. Now it's a semi-finalist, and then the next level, not surprisingly, is finalist. And then I assume after that somebody must win, right? Because otherwise it just goes on and on and on. But I was also very happy because a fellow author and friend, Carol Vandenhand, is also a semifinalist for this award. And I love Carol, and it's her book, Always Orchid. They're great books. All of her orchid books are great books. And that way, you know, even if I don't progress to the finalist level, the next one, and Carol does, I have someone to cheer for. And it's always good to cheer. You know, the romance community is very supportive of each other. We understand that a rising tide floats all boats, and that our readers are voracious, and we can't possibly write enough books ourselves to satisfy our readers. So, of course, we welcome other authors to write books that our readers love. Why wouldn't you? Crazy not to, right? So, we have a spammer in my comments. Freelancer Say John. Sorry about that, guys. I'll get rid of those, but not right now. So, okay, so that's me bragging about Royal Kaleva Gabrielle. Woo! It's fun as an author to get these awards. I don't think they really increase sales. You guys know that you like my books, so you don't really need awards to convince you of that. But it's a tough business for an author, and it's actually, it cheers us up. It validates us, you know, as we're toiling away in front of our computer with no one to talk to, except you guys once a week, which I love. It's just nice to be validated. It's like getting a good review or a great reader comment, which I will come to in just a minute. So I also wanted to show you another gift I got for Christmas. These are from Dr. Darling Daughter, my veterinarian daughter, and they are earrings. Gosh. So the Facebook feed is backwards, which is why I'm always sort of tilting things the wrong way. And look, they're Royal Kalevan lilies. Aren't they gorgeous? They're so detailed. I just love them. They're also very lightweight. You see, you can even see the like stamens are detailed. Aren't those gorgeous? And they're so perfect because this was the picture that I first chose and hung up on my bulletin board of how I pictured Kalevan lilies. So the earrings are basically a perfect representation of those, only in gold. Yay, gold is good, right? So I guess my family knows I'm a little obsessive about my books. So, you know, when I'm writing, you know, I'm in the world of Kaleva, these lilies are very real to me. So I love having physical representations of them that I can wear on my ears because I love earrings, as you know. I'm wearing little kitty cat earrings today. I don't know if you can see them. Super Sun gave me these. I'll try and get up closer. Aren't they cute? They're sparkly. You just can't really tell. Okay, so let's get to the reader question because this is like the best reader question in the world, and I'm going to read it to you. This is from Chrissy. She left this for me on Facebook, and it says, when is King Louis coming out? Okay, I might be a little too much invested in this series, but I really want the story. Well, all of them to get to the wedding, LOL. I have read Prince Gabriel so many times. I am way too invested. Love your books. Let me tell you something, Chrissy. Hearing that you're invested, way too invested, is like music to my ears. I couldn't be more thrilled to hear that. So thank you for the lovely, lovely validation. Honestly, even better than being a semi-finalist. So to answer the question, King Louis's book, which is called Royal Kaleva Louis, very original, right, is going to be out no later than June of this year. I'll be putting it up for pre-order before that. And good news, on pre-order, it's going to be at a discounted price because I want to reward all you guys who are such loyal readers and order my books ahead of time. So you can keep that book forever. You don't just have to read it in KU. So it will be discounted, and you heard that here first, right? And the truth is that I haven't put it up for pre-order yet because of one pesky, annoying task, and that is writing the book description that goes on the Amazon page. You know, the book descriptions that start with, well, say, this is Gabrielle's as an example. Honor, passion, danger. A modern-day duke and an American computer hacker must confront all three. Honor. Gabriel, Duke of Ben-Calor, allows himself to be kidnapped to save his cousin, the Prince of Kaleva. He pays a price, a mutilation that damages his brilliant career as a flamenco guitarist. Yet he would not hesitate to do it again. And then it goes on and talks about Quinn and then the situation, and it ends with, opposites attract in Kaleva, where the royals are hot and the criminals are twisted. So that's the thing that's supposed to make everybody and their sister want to go out and buy my book immediately. And let me tell you, it is extremely difficult to write. And, you know, I'm not really convinced that one made everybody go out and buy my book immediately. I tried. So I've been putting off writing the one for Louise, partly because I'm still rating Louise's book and I need to get it finished because I have a deadline of February 1st to get it to my editor. So my goal now is to have the pre-order up in February. But I also have to choose a publication date. So all of that's kind of muddling around right now. But in February, I'm going to write the most enticing book description of all the book descriptions ever written. All right, going to try anyway. Let's see. I see we have someone up. Mary Jane, so good to see you. I'm so glad you made it. Yay. Terrific. Yay. Welcome. Okay, so that leads me to my writing update since, as I said, I've been putting off writing the book description so I can get the book actually finished. So I'm still revising and I'm still writing. And the revising's actually going very well. Thanks to my critique group's great suggestions, I have definitely deepened the emotion and the conflict in the early chapters of the book. And we're having another critique group meeting tomorrow, actually. So I'll have lots more things to fix after they beat up those pages. After they make wonderful constructive criticisms of those pages. Seriously, my critique group is amazing and they truly improve my books. Trust me on this. I moan and whine, but they're absolutely wonderful. So don't get me wrong. So that leads me to the writing. So Louise's book is now over 95,000 words. And the irony is that for a while there, I thought it was only going to be a total of 90,000 words. 90. It's now 95,000. It's actually over 95,000. I thought it was only going to be 90,000 words. I really thought it was going to be that length. I should have known better. And so you guys, people always ask me, okay, well, how many pages is that? So writers use word counts rather than page counts because pages can be all different shapes and sizes depending on, how big the book is, how much white space there is. So I found a formula that says 95,000 word story will be about, what's the number? 316 pages in a trade paperback size. So trade paperback is the size of Gabrielle's book. It's not a little paperback, it's one of the bigger ones. Sorry about all the pages. I was marking things to use in a workshop. So right now it's about 316 pages and I have a ways to go. And in fact, I'm in the phase that I call the receding end. So what do I mean by that? Well, I'm not a plotter. I don't outline the whole book ahead of time. I am what's called a discovery writer. I literally write the book to find out what's going to happen to those two characters that are running around in my brain at the moment. I do generally have a vague idea, or even sometimes a pretty clear idea, of what the last scene and the epilogue are going to be. But I have no idea how I'm going to get there, or very little idea of how I'm going to get there. And right now, I'm so close to that last scene and that epilogue that are in my mind that I could practically write it right now. But what happens is, as I get closer to that last scene, more scenes pop up that need to be written to build up to it. In fact, I'm in the middle of a scene right now that I literally had no idea was going to be in this book. It just appeared to me as I was writing the scene before it. It was like, oh, okay, this is what happens next. And yet I believe it's a really wonderful, emotional, romantic scene. I think you'll love it. It's like making my heart kind of pit-a-pat. It's interesting. One thing that readers say about my books that's incredibly kind of them is that they flow so smoothly. And I think that's a function of this weird writing process I have where one scene literally grows out of the scene before it. I don't force that. I don't control it in any way. It's very organic, I guess you would say. And I think that's why the pace of my book seems so smooth and so sort of natural. Like, of course, that's what happens next because that's what has to. And I'm not a particularly woo-woo kind of person. You know, I'm not into ghosts. I mean, I like to read about ghosts and magic, but it's not really me. But the one thing I think is sort of magic is my writing process, my creative process. And because I don't really understand it and I think it's so magic, I don't mess with it because I'm afraid that if I did and I tried to like plot, that, well, my creativity would just sort of go up in smoke or vanish into thin air. So I don't try to do things differently anymore. I did it one time and I don't try and force myself into a mold anymore. I just let the book go the way it needs to go. So that's all I have to say. Does anybody else have another comment? Question? Nothing? Okay, well, thank you all so much for joining me. It was a pleasure to have you here. And I hope that I will see you again next Wednesday at 2 o'clock, because as far as I know, it'll be at 2 o'clock next Wednesday. And thanks again for coming. Bye.